All right, today we're diving into a really groundbreaking study. It gets right to the heart of what it means to communicate, and it shows how technology is building this incredible new bridge between the human mind and, well, the rest of the world.
I mean, just think about that for a second. It sounds like something straight out of science fiction, right? The idea of translating your thoughts directly into words, a voice, even facial expressions, without ever having to move a muscle. But what if I told you this isn't fiction anymore? It's actually becoming a reality.
For one woman, a participant in a clinical trial, this question is anything but hypothetical. You see, over 18 years ago, a devastating brainstem stroke left her paralyzed. This MRI scan shows the damage, right where the brain connects to the body's motor controls. So while she can't speak, her mind, her thoughts, her personality, they're all completely there. And she is at the very center of helping scientists answer this question.
To really get how much of a breakthrough this is, we first have to understand the enormous challenge that she and others in her position face every single day.
The clinical term for her condition is anarthria, and it's just a profound kind of paralysis. See, it's not about not knowing what to say. It's that the brain's commands to the lips, the tongue, the vocal cords, they're just blocked. Imagine having a full thought, a joke, a question, or an I love you, all right, there in your head, but having no physical way to get it out.
And here's where it really hits home: the speed of communication. With her current assistive technology, she can type out about 14 words per minute. But you and I, we speak at around 150. That huge gap, it's not just a number. It's the difference between sharing a quick joke and having the punchline land way too late. It's the constant struggle to keep up in a fast-moving conversation, and that's the chasm this new research is trying to cross. So, how on earth do you bypass the paralyzed muscles and listen directly to the source, the brain itself? Well, the answer involves some truly remarkable technology.
This little thing is the key. It's a paper-thin, flexible array with 253 tiny electrodes, and it sits right on the surface of the brain, over the parts responsible for speech. The best way to think of it is like a super-sensitive microphone, but for the brain. It picks up the electrical symphony of intended speech signals before they even try to go to the vocal muscles. And this diagram here shows you how it all fits together. You got the array on the brain picking up the signals, then a small port sends that data to a computer. That computer then does the magic of translating it all into text on a screen, a voice from a speaker, and even expressions on a digital avatar. It's a complete bridge from the simple intention to speak all the way to being heard and seen.
Okay, now this is where things get really wild, because having those brain signals is one thing, but understanding what they mean, that's a totally different challenge. And the key to unlocking it is AI.
The whole process basically happens in 3 steps. First, the participant silently thinks about saying a sentence, and that array records the unique patterns of brain activity. Second, some really powerful AI models, which have been trained on these patterns, translate that raw data into the fundamental sounds of speech, the little building blocks of words. And finally, those predicted sounds are pieced together into words for text, used to generate a synthetic voice, and even animate an avatar's face. So, after all this incredible science, this amazing engineering, does it actually work? And how well? Let me tell you, the results are, and I'm not exaggerating here, astonishing.
78. That's the new median speed, 78 words per minute, decoded directly from the brain.
And to put that number in context, this isn't just a small step up, it's a massive leap. It's more than 5 times faster than her previous device. Going from 14 to 78 words per minute, that means being able to ask a question and get an answer in the same flow of conversation. It means you can tell a story without losing your audience. It is a giant step towards fluid, real-time communication.
But, you know, speed is only part of the story. Real communication, the stuff that connects us, it isn't just about words on a screen. It's about the tone in a voice, the identity that voice carries, and the expressions that give our words their real meaning.
And this is where the technology gets even more personal and, frankly, beautiful. The system doesn't just output text, it actually creates audible speech. What you're looking at here are 2 spectrograms. They're basically pictures of sound. On the left is the sound they were aiming for, and on the right is the sound the AI synthesized from her brain signals. You don't have to be a sound engineer to see how incredibly similar those patterns are. And this leads us to the most profound part of this whole project. It's not just about restoring the ability to send information, it's about restoring the ability to truly express yourself.
The system also creates a digital avatar that speaks the decoded words with a face that moves in sync. And here's the most amazing part. By using short audio recordings of the participant's own voice from before her injury, the team was able to personalize the synthesized voice. So it's not just a voice, it's her voice coming back.
And get this, it even goes beyond spoken language. The brain-computer interface can pick up the neural signals for simple facial movements and even emotional expressions, things like happiness, sadness, or surprise. This is a huge step toward restoring all those nonverbal cues that make up so much of how we connect with each other.
And really, this is what it's all about. The goal here isn't just to build a cool new gadget. As the researchers themselves put it, it's about restoring a fundamental part of who someone is, their personhood, their identity, their ability to fully connect with the people they love.
This kind of work just blows the doors open on what we thought was possible for restoring human function. It really leaves you with a fascinating and pretty deep question to think about. As these lines between our minds and machines keep getting blurrier, what part of ourselves will we be able to connect to technology next?